Hey y'all, I know it's been a second. I've been MIA. I just moved. I got up out of that trailer. I was going through so much, like with the sewer, backing up in my tubs, and them not wanting to come fix it. I was going through a lot. I didn't put it on my videos. I didn't want to display that because that wasn't my focus. So I'm back. And the Spirit has led me once again to put out there that the Lord is sending out invitations to a supper. Yes, this supper is great. This leavened bread is going to be the best bread, the best soul food you ever taste. Okay? So, Spirit just led me. I'm just reading this passage the other day. And what popped in my head was this was one of my favorite story time when I was a kid. Like, this was one of my favorite stories called The Little Red Hen. So I'm spending time with the Lord and I'm reading, my scriptures and meditating with Him and having that relationship. And as I'm reading this passage, the Little Red Hen story popped in my head, right? Y'all know how it be sometimes. It be like that sometimes, right? So, okay, I'm going to start from Luke 14 to 12, from 12 to 24. And it reads, 12. Then he also said to him who invited him, when you give dinner or a supper, do not ask your friends, your brothers, your relatives, nor rich neighbors, lest they also invite you back. You be repaid. But when you give a feast, invite the poor, the maimed, the lame, and the blind. And you will be blessed, because they cannot repay you, for you shall be repaid at the resurrection of the just. Now when one of those who sat at the table with him heard these things, he said to him, blessed is he who shall eat bread in the kingdom of God. Then he said to him, a certain man gave a great supper and invited many, and sent his servant at supper time to say to those who were invited, come, for all things are now ready. But they all with one accord began to make excuses. The first said to him, I have bought a piece of ground, and I must go and see it. I ask that you have me excused. And another said, I bought 5 yoke of oxen, and I'm going to test them. I ask you have me excused. Still another said, I have married a wife, and therefore I cannot come. So that servant came and reported these things to his master. Then the master of the house, being angry, said to his servant, go out quickly into the streets and the lanes of the city, and bring in here the poor and the maimed and the lame and the blind. Yes, he's telling his servants to go out here to the highways and the byways. That's talking of the wilderness. Go out here to the homeless. Go out here to, the hungry. Go out here to the lost, the blind, the people that don't have sight to see. Go invite them to the supper. Okay, so then the master said to the servant, go out to the highways and the hedges and compel them to come in, and that my house may be filled. For I say to you that none of those men were invited shall taste my supper. Now with great multitude went with him, and he turned and said to them, if anyone comes to me and does not hate his father and mother, wife and children, brothers and sisters, yes, his own life also, he should not be my disciple. And it's mighty funny that I go through that because I've lost a lot. I lost a lot of family. I lost a family that's alive and dead, lost to the dead, them not being here. But also I've lost family members that I choose not to speak their names. But we still speak, but I know that they sold me out. So speaking on that, who am I to judge anybody? But when I say that fear is more deeper than love, people have more fear than they do love. And they'll sell you out, just out of fear. Do I love my life? No, I don't. And it's not that I'm suffering from any ways of life. I live okay, I live a decent life, but I'm hated by the world. I have no friends, and the little family that I do have, I cherish. And even if, the family that I know sold me out come around, I'm still gonna speak to them. But I know, you know, um, this walk is been a challenge. This walk is it's a lonely walk. Um, Physically, but spiritually, you're never alone because the Holy Spirit is always with you, and your angels is always with you, and God's protection is always over your life. So, do I regret anything? I don't. I don't. So let me get back to start. So, okay, Little Red Hen. It was about a hen that went out to the little barn, and she began to act a little duck. Oh, ducks out here. The cats and the bulls, the cows or whatever, the heifers. Y'all want to help me plant these seeds? So the duck was like, um, what did the duck say? I can't, or I don't have time, or something like that. So he asked the cat the same thing. Cat said, I can't, I got something else to do, or something like that. Hold on, because I want to make sure I get this right. So anyway, to make a long story short, because I was gonna play the little video, because I had to recap and make sure that, you know. So the hen just kept asking, okay. So the hen was like, okay, very well, I will then, the duck and the cat and the cow, they couldn't help out, they just had excuses. Just like God is inviting people to his supper, but everybody got excuses. And don't nobody have time. So I hope that they remember that the time that they have right now, how is it spent? And is it spent wisely? And is it spent with God? And what are you doing with it? Because when you go before him and he's going to ask you, what did you do? And how have you spent your time? He's gonna be looking for a reply. And he uses his vessels to put his word out there so that you can't have an excuse. Now, I see a whole lot of views, not a whole lot of likes, but I can guarantee a lot of money that behind the scenes, it's a whole lot of people watching these videos. Today, YouTube they not gonna put out, but they send me a message saying, the people like your creation. They like the your style that you putting out here, and it's just so sad that right now the words is not coming to me, because the enemy is trying to block my thoughts right now. You know what I'm saying? So the words is not coming to me. But it's all good, you know what I'm saying? Um it's gonna come. But just like I said, the little hen, he was like, and the ducks, and so he was like, okay, well, bam. She was like, I tell you what, I'm gonna plant these seeds. And she did by herself. Boom. So next, the wheat. Just think about it now. The wheat grow with the tear. The Lord allowed us to grow together. But he know his children from tear. Because the tear is going to be on the left side and the wheat going to be on the right side. So he know. But he still invite everybody to this party. To this supper. To this leavened bread that the little red hen was trying to get y'all to eat. Try to help plant the seeds and pull the weed and bake the bread. And they was like, not I, said the cat, and not I, said the duck. And hey, just keep on ducking out, because guess what, time running real short. And I want to be one of those servants at that table. Maybe it's serving the bread. I want to help plant the seed. I want to help pull the wheat. I want to help bake the bread. I want to help cutting the bread. I want to have a part in serving the bread. I want to put it on your plate. So, I hope that this message has touched somebody. I look at life so different, and everything is so spiritual to me. Everything is so spiritual to me. Oh, let me just tell y'all this before I go. So I just moved to a very nice neighborhood. It's in the country. I love it. It's peaceful. It's quiet. But a whole week before I move here, I'm coming through the neighborhood, me and my daughter, just to check out the apartment, make sure everything good. The gate tore off. The exit gate, somebody ran through it. So the next Monday, I'm like, what happened to the gate? And so the leasing consultant, she was like, somebody ran through it. I said, well, does this happen all the time? She was like, nah. I said, this ain't never, nah. Why y'all gotta run through the gate when I move here? Well, y'all gotta start leaving trash in the road when I move here. But see, understand this, and it's something else that I just want to bring to the forefront. When I'm riding in my car, my spirit pick up on things, so I just know. So I know when I see an agent, I turn my head like this, like miss me. So now when I'm riding, right, and I turn over to look at somebody, they turn their head this way. Satan kids ain't nothing but copycats. Because Satan ain't nothing but a copycat. And you try to mock us, but you the fool, you the clown. You got to do all kinds of dog stuff. Oh, yeah, that's their favorite word. That's one of their favorite words when it come to me. Oh, dog, or this and other, or somebody a dog. Then let me tell you something. You the dog on a leash. Because when you get that message and it tells you walk in front of her with your card, Yeah, you better. Punishment handlers. Yeah, they gonna get you if you don't. You the dog, not I, said the cat. The dog, the mouse, the cat, the duck. You the dog. They got you on a leash. Cause you signed your soul away. They can't control me like that. That's the problem. They use y'all to do their dirty work. Woosah. Good night. Love y'all. Just wanted to have some time. The Lord laid it on my spirit a long time ago. And I wanted to be in my best spirits when I put this video out. So I'm glad that I had the time. Y'all keep on praying. Y'all keep on fighting in this fight. Don't give up. I don't care. Don't never fold. Don't ever fold. Keep fighting. Stand for something. Fall for nothing. Good night. God bless you. I love you.